Welcome to Small Aid. Well, this is an update on the MaX NC10. So we're going to call it the MaX. But I had 6 iterations of the handle, starting with a knobbell locking through sort of setup to a much better setup for the markings on the handle, so we can know how many millimeters we're going through. And we reached out to something that's quite nice and has a nice sort of knurling, so you can hold it. And the last iteration is actually over here. There's a brass connector and there's a nut and screw that are located in there. This is the head of the screw, and there's a nut inside, actually in a cavity inside here. And of course this face is printed. For the Z-axis we have something similar, and I'm pretty happy with that. And we have a really nice setup. It's working really smoothly, so I'm really happy with that. Although I'm thinking of using the original Unimat sort of template, as you can see over here, for the top section over there. Let me know what you think, instead of this sort of squarish thingy, which is easy to replace. So all in all the changes made to the Unimat are non-destructive. So basically I can replace the whole setup with the original servos, like just by changing 3 screws on each port. Like this port will have a servo, and there's a ending for the servo over there. It goes like right through. There's a locking nut there, and that's actually the other side. The servo just sits on this face, and this is like on that face. And the y-axis, sorry, that's the x-axis, that was the y-axis, and so on. So basically speaking, getting him back to servo mode and CNC mode is going to be really easy, and I'm pretty pleased with that. What I do think we need to do is to check this option. So I have a friend who's testing this, and so far so good. He's an expert in his field, and that's what he does for a living, so much better than whatever I could do. He's asking questions I would never have thought of. But in the meantime, we got 3 tests to do on this thing. First of all, we need to check the Y-axis and Z-axis movement, meaning how many turns translate to, like 1 turn translates to millimeters up and down. So that's one thing we need to check, and I want to convert this into a motor. I already ordered the motor twice, because the first time the sellers didn't have it apparently in the shop. And this is gonna get this is the original port to the power supply. So this is gonna get a standard US port, and we're gonna install it. And this motor, as you can see, is 115 volts, 60 hertz. So I do have an adapter for 150 220 volts to 110 50 hertz. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem, but it's going to work, because I have had the Unimat motor, which is very basically the same parameters, working quite well with the same converter. So basically speaking, we're going to test it, and eventually I hope we're going to run it as a CNC using a laptop. So we'll see about that. But right now it's in manual mode, and it's going to take basically like 12 screws to convert it back to CNC. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think the fact that we have handles on either end is really cool, really useful. Handles are not synchronized apparently. I didn't think of that. Which I could. It's going to be really easy. It's just 1 screw to lock in the right position. So But all in all, I'd say that this is really, really good. I'm pretty pleased with the iterations. It works smoothly. There's almost no backlash, not that I can feel. It feels like it's moving, but of course an indicator will do a much better job than I can do by eye. So we're going to run it with an indicator, and that's going to be a video on its own. So I think I talked way too much as usual. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a sweet day. Take care.